Today I'm going to be doing a lesson for you about fact or opinion, and we're going to be spending this week trying to figure out the difference between what a fact is and what an opinion is. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is what is a fact. So a fact is something that tells us what happened, and it can be proven to be true or false. So we could actually prove it. We can bring up evidence that shows this is true or false. Another way to define it is a fact is something that is true and can be proven with evidence, which is really what I just said there. So a fact is true and we can prove it. Next, we're going to talk about an opinion. What is an opinion? So an opinion or opinions are attitudes and judgments that we can't prove are right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. They're just sort of someone's attitude or personal belief. So in this definition, an opinion is a personal belief about something. It's what I think or how I feel about something. And others are allowed to agree or disagree with an opinion. Because there's no way to prove it's true, people can agree with you or disagree with you. So those are the big differences. One, we prove it, there's no arguing about it, it's true. And the other one is how we feel about something. So here's an example. A fact would be Mrs. Kemp owns an iPhone. I have an iPhone. I can prove it to you by showing you I have an iPhone. An opinion would be if I said iPhones are the best smartphones. We can't prove that. And some people would disagree with me. Some people would think other smartphones are better. That's my personal opinion. So a fact, I own one. An opinion, I think it's the best kind of smartphone out there. That's all right. Does that make sense? Okay. Why is it important to know the difference? So I think in particular today, there's so much news out there. And a lot of time when people are giving the news, they're giving their opinion, but sometimes it sounds like it's fact. So it's really important for us to be able to tell when someone is saying something, is it a fact that they can prove and back up with evidence, or are they giving us their opinion, their belief about something? And it can be really hard sometimes to tell what is an opinion and what is a fact. So we're going to practice. One thing I want to tell you before we move on is there are hint words. There's hints sometimes that people, when they say something, that's hinting to you that they're giving a fact or an opinion. So here are some examples. When someone is giving you a fact, they're going to be able to say that it's been confirmed, right? They're referring back to evidence. I can confirm to you through the evidence that this is true. Or they've discovered it. They've discovered something new. This happens a lot in science. And so they're referring back to evidence that supports it's a fact. They've discovered this proof. Or according to a study, or according to this expert. Again, they're being able to support what they're saying, and therefore it's a fact. Or it's been demonstrated. So there was a study done and it demonstrated that this is true. In all of those cases, confirmed, discovered, according to, demonstrated, they're able to refer back to evidence that proves it's a fact. When we look at the opinion column, an opinion, when they're talking about someone's opinion, someone's claiming, he claimed that something happened. So again, they're giving their opinion, or she, in her view, this is true. So again, her opinion, I think that this is the way it is. If someone's arguing, if you can argue something, then you're arguing against other evidence. So I'm arguing that this is the best smartphone. Well, if I have to argue for it, is it really a fact or is it my opinion? Or I suspect that this is the right way to do something. Again, you're giving your opinion. So when we're reading, or when your people are talking and they're using these words, they're hints as to whether it's a fact or an opinion. We're going to practice. So I'm going to give you some statements, and I want you to figure out whether they are facts or opinions. Okay? So let's go. First statement. Justin Trudeau is the Prime Minister of Canada. Okay. Is that a fact or an opinion? Is Justin Trudeau the Prime Minister of Canada? Ready? Fact or opinion? It is a fact, and we can prove it. You can actually just Google who is the Prime Minister of Canada, and Justin Trudeau's name will come up. Next statement. The referee made a bad call at the hockey game. Is this a fact or someone's opinion? The referee made a bad call at the hockey game. Fact or opinion? Ready? Truth time. Oh, it's an opinion, right? Someone might think that it was a good call, but this person thinks it was a bad call. So it's their opinion, their personal belief. Next statement. The Maple Leafs beat the Oilers 4-3. Fact or opinion? Ready? Drum roll. Fact, right? We can prove it. You can see the score of the game. There's no argument there. The Maple Leafs had 4 goals. The Oilers had 3. It's a fact. Schools are closed until May the 4th to students. Is this a fact or an opinion? Schools are closed until May the 4th to students. Truth time. Fact. We could Google that. How long are schools in Ontario closed? You'll find out that for students right now, schools are closed until May the 4th. It's a fact. I suspect schools will be closed longer than May. Is this a fact or an opinion? And I've highlighted a very special word there. Is that one of our hint words, maybe? So is that statement a fact or an opinion? Oh, it's an opinion. There's no proof. We don't know. We don't know if schools are going to be closed longer or not. But there are many people who believe that schools